And then he sneaks in this little tidbit here, this nice little nugget at the end of chapter 1 when Christ is speaking with Nathanael. And he says here that Nathanael answered and saith unto him, unto Jesus, Rabbi, thou art the Son of God. So he's professing who he is. And then he says, thou art the King of Israel. And so this is a Melchizedek title, in a sense, meaning the King of Righteousness, the King of Israel. And it is a precursor to what John covers throughout the entire book. So those are some important things to notice here, because as we go into chapter 2 here, what John is doing is he is showing how Jesus is the new Melchizedek. And the symbolism in the story of the marriage at Cana is one of a very symbolic of the Melchizedek priesthood and of Christ bringing the new Melchizedek. It's interesting in the very first verse that John mentions that the mother of Jesus was there at the wedding, at the marriage. And I think that that's important. I think that what he is doing here is showing that Jesus is the king, the prophesied king, the Messiah, the new Melchizedek. The reason that's showing that is that whenever you have a king, you have to have the title nearby of mother. The mother needs to be present because the mother is the one that is going to give birth to the king. And there is a number of ways that is symbolic in the gospel and in the Old Testament. The mother is the throne. So anciently, when you saw a king sitting on a throne, the throne was the mother, because you always knew who the mom was. And so she represents that authority in that sense. She is the throne. She might even be the crown as well. But she is the throne. So for example, in the third facsimile in the book of Abraham, you have Osiris, the king, sitting on the throne, which Abraham is the Osiris. A lot of people were the Osiris, right? We all wanted to be Osiris in Egypt because as we were the Osiris, we were the king. It's the same thing in Israel.